Greetings, all you Mergomaniacs. I've been doing an enormous amount of work on the Murgatroyd that I've yet to demonstrate or speak about. Today I'll be demonstrating some of that work. I'm going to run through the show twice. Later in this video I'll comment on some of the images. Many months ago now I added a microphone to the Murgatroyd as well as a fast Fourier function. This allows me to decompose music into its constituent frequencies as well as detect the beat of the music. With this new capability, I'm able to create entirely new types of shows that dynamically change based on what music is played. I have not yet demonstrated this capability, nor will I demonstrate it today. This is because while programming these new music shows, I realized I needed to add more procedural image generating capability to the Murgatroyd and a new way to animate them. Procedural images are generated entirely by programming as opposed to drawing the image in a paint program and loading the image into the Murgatroyd. For example, I can program a line by specifying the beginning and ending coordinates and connecting these 2 points with a line. The same type of thing can also be done with circles, triangles, rectangles, zigzags, and other geometric constructs. By mapping different procedural images to different musical notes, the most amazing shows can be created. As such, I created several new procedural images types: zigzags, spiked lines, horizontal V's. This adds to the set I already had developed: circles, rectangles, lines, and rectangles. During this time, I also developed a new way to animate my procedural images using a technique known as tweening. With tweening, you specify 2 separate images. The tweening process then automatically generates multiple images that transition from the starting image to the final image. In other words, it generates the between images. As I developed the new procedural images and the tweening animation code, I created many test images. These test images are what I turned into the show you're viewing now. So today I'm demonstrating my new procedural images as well as the tweening process. The new shows incorporated with the rest of the shows I've created, but today we'll only look at the new shows not seen before. So this is the last show in the bunch, and it's using a strobing technique. This would be the first show, and this uses the zigzag that I spoke of. I have the zigzag decreasing towards the top, and I changed the color of each of the zigzags. Of course, the zigzags spinning look like this. This is another set of zigzags, but I kind of turned them on their side. And once again, now you can really see the zigzags on the side. I can specify the number of zigs and the height of the zags. Here's an example of the tweening process. In this case, I'm 3 different objects are tweening, and I'm tweening different types. This is a sphere that's tweening, 3 different spheres. I specify the first sphere and the last sphere, and it tweens between them. This is rectangles. I went through all the different types of procedurals, not all of them, most of them, in order to generate this particular set of animations. As I said, these started off as test images. You can see I'm tweening different shapes as I'm doing this. Here I'm trying to tween between a sphere and a triangle, and it tweens by skipping at the midpoint between the sphere and the triangle. It jumps, as opposed to a continuous tween between the two, which is far more difficult. Basically, I map coordinates from one shape to another in order to tween, and then I generate the coordinates in between. Some of these leave previous drawn images like here, I don't erase between images. I kind of let it pile up on each other. The middle portion, you can see the center yellow spheres are increasing. That's part of the spike procedural. I told it to increase the length of the spikes. Once again, this is the final of the shows in this set that you haven't seen before, and we're back to the beginning. Thank you all for watching, and hope to keep you updated as to other developments on the Murgatroyd. The next show will be based on the new proximity detector that I've added to the Murgatroyd, but it won't be a show like this. It'll just be a demonstration of that. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.